choose D early because no matter where you are in your life, no matter what your personality is, I'm gonna help you come out and represent that individual to your highest and your truest expression of yourself. So I believe that, there's only one you, there's only one me. So we have to find a way to display those things that we want to display in this world. And you have something to offer that nobody else can offer. So I think that sometimes having someone that can encourage you in those areas and also give you direction based on their experiences, just to be 100% honest about those things with you and also give you direction without holding back, I think is a big opportunity for you to be able to express being along with a team that's going to help you get where you want to be. I think choosing Demetrius Early and experiencing the D early experience, it has a representation of resilience. A lot of people are not transparent about the things they go through because everybody want to give you the perception that they're all good. The reality is we're all messed up people striving to become better. And so because we always are in that place of striving to become better, I think it's a beautiful thing when you can be authentic and be honest and be 100% you. Man, being me is like right now, like just walking in my beautiful home. My wife and I, we worked real hard to get to this point. I don't take it for granted, man, just being grateful for where you are right now, and also being humble enough to learn more about how you can get to where you want to be. So I think that just being you just means just being honest, having integrity, and being able to respect and honor what God has given you and the people that He's sending your path to help share it with you.
Good day. Everything still a go for the night? Come on. Man, my truck just stopped again. Yeah, I know I need a new one. I tried, man. My credit just is horrible. Well, I'm headed to the bus stop.
We are here to improve your credit so that you can get the things you need and want in life.
I need help with my credit. It's been one of those weeks. Wish me luck on my ride to work.
Our team at We Raise Credit can help you get the car you need. We Raise Credit.
Hey, welcome to the D Early Experience virtual show. I am yours truly, Demetrius Early. I'm super excited to be here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Man, I'm excited. I just wanted to start the show off by saying that you are the opportunity. If you on this live feed tonight, or if you watching this after it's been already recorded, then guess what? Take this moment, take this opportunity, embrace it, and get fully engaged and get ready for some information that's going to take you to the next level. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. This is me, Demetrius Early. I am the next level guy. And man, I've been blessed to have the privilege to be able to just meet some of the most phenomenal people that are doing trend-setting things in the industry. They're breaking, they're trailblazers. They're blazing their own trail. They're making history. And so I just take pride in just being able to fellowship with the right people, because the people who you're connected to, it's been said, the people that you're connected to, if you look at the top 5 people and look at their income bracket, that's probably where you are. So, hey, I want to encourage you. Don't be the smartest person in the room. Get in the room around people that are smarter, that are doing bigger things,
that can do nothing but rub off on you and elevate you, right? So hey, that's what this is all about. This is all about creating an opportunity to be able to have discussions about things that is going to broaden our horizons, it's going to expand our territory, and help us get to the next level. So without further ado, let me tell you a little bit about who I am. My name is Demetrius Early. I'm originally from Shreveport, Louisiana, but I've been in a lot of different places. But one of the places I've been that I don't think that I'm proud of, but I am proud to say that I've been blessed to be able to come through some very tough and difficult times. And so my goal is to be able to level the playing field for those of us who've had some tough time, which most of us have, and help you see that you can overcome anything. You can overcome any obstacle. As a matter of fact, man, listen, it's important that you understand if you're going to go out and be successful in anything in life, you have to be able to make that your number one priority. That is to overcome any and every obstacle. So I'm super excited to be able to tune in and be able to get the opportunity to be able to discuss with you guys some very important topics. And I want to tell you a little bit about some of the ways you can get in contact with us. If you will, you can just follow me on Facebook at The Early Experience, on Instagram at The Early Experience, Twitter at Demetrius_Early, YouTube Demetrius Early, TikTok at The Early Experience, LinkedIn Demetrius Early, and again, my website is theearlyexperience.com. So if you will, please take a moment, take a deep breath, grab that finger, put it on the pad, and share, like, tag, and comment. Share, like, tag, and comment. And listen, right now, if you will, if you in here with us today, please go in the chat and let us know where you're from. Let us know where you're from. Hey, if you're out there right now, just hit us in the chat and let us know where you are. If you're in Texas, you're in Los Angeles, hey, you're in New York City, you're in Georgia, wherever you are, let us know where you're from. Want to have this show this is a show for us. This is a show for the people. So we want to make sure we interact with one another and give you an opportunity so we can have a discussion together because this is our show. Okay. So the one thing we're going to talk about today, I think is going to be a very important topic. Our topic is going to be, what's your relationship with money? Now, I want to make this disclaimer. Although we talk about financial things on this show, there's much more to the success ring than just money. But tonight, I have someone that's going to be coming on with us that's going to help us get some insight and have an open discussion about the relationship that we have with money, because we have to make sure that our mindset is in the right place. So please feel free to interact with us. And hey, let's have an open discussion and let's get on board. And I want to just bring to you guys this young lady. She's breaking records. She's actually creating history. Man, it's a blessing to be able to meet her. Her name is Dr. Sabita, and she's out of Houston, Texas, but she's come from many places. And I'll let her explain that to you guys when she get on board with us today. But I want you guys to give a warm welcome and just really just stand up in your seats and get ready to be blown away by someone that's doing great things in our community, that's giving back. And that's what it's all about. It's all about becoming successful. But what's good is to be successful if you're not making a difference in your community. So we want to talk about just what kind of relationship do we have with money. And so I want to bring to the stage none other than, let's give her a warm, The Early Experience welcome, Dr. Sabita. How you doing, doctor? How you doing tonight?
Hello. Hi, Demetrius. Good night, everyone.
Thank you so much for coming on board and being a part of our show this evening. I'm super excited about all the things that I've read about some of the things that you're doing. And I know that one thing that got my attention with you, and hey, I love the title. Hey, man, listen, man, you're in business with the Rockefellers, and that's a big accomplishment. So if you will, before I blow the whistle, can you please tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from, and what you do?
Sure. Thank you, Demetrius, for having me on. And I'd like to, again, say goodnight to the viewers. I am Sabita Singh, and I'm based out of Houston, Texas. And I'm sure you pick up an accent. So I am originally, I was born in the islands. I was born in Trinidad. But I've had the distinct privilege of living across the world. And I think throughout my travels, every place I touch has taught me the importance of having a relationship with money, particularly when you're moving around so many currencies. And based on those experiences, it has matriculated into the things I do, and my passion to serve and have purpose and meaningful experiences in the work I am doing in Houston. I run the operations for the Houston Minority Supply Development Council, and I also have my consultancy. And a great part of what I do is working with underserved communities to prepare them for opportunities and access capital.
Okay. Okay, that is amazing. And listen, I tell you what, I got a question for you. And I want to ask this question because, I always contemplate these thoughts in my mind. So these topics that they come from a place that is really, really deep. I mean, I'm always asking myself, every day I get up in the morning, my spiritual connection is very important. But I noticed that the one thing that I have in common on a daily basis for the majority of my adult life is I'm always thinking about currency. I'm thinking about money. I'm thinking about ways to employ my money. I'm trying to figure out ways to be the smartest person about how I handle my money. And I have not always been a person that it seems like in order for me to finally win at having enough of it or more of it, that I had to lose a certain amount of it before I got to that point to learn the valuable lessons. And I thought maybe I was just a stubborn person. And that's how God allowed me to learn valuable lessons, because I'm so stubborn. But tell me a little bit about, as a female that's in the industry that you're in, with all the things you've been through, tell us a little bit about what's your first money memory?
My first money memory actually dates back to my childhood days in the Caribbean. I remember doing chores for my uncles, and we lived in the Caribbean. We lived in an extended family setting, and I would run around and do chores for my uncles and charge them for some of these chores. So there was the first set of an exchange of goods and services at and marketing it, what I can do for them at the right price. What I believe is your first money memories may hold the keys for your relationship with future money making opportunities. Perhaps I think those things help dictate where I am. When I think about buying a pair of Levi's versus a pair of designer jeans, or flying economy versus first class, watching Netflix or going to the movies, those are the things I think about, what value is derived. So going back to doing those chores for my uncle and working hard helps me understand what my input was in terms of labor and what the output was in terms of the reward, which is money. So it taught me how to appreciate the value. It taught me how to use money to save time. So I see myself as quite frugal most times, especially when it comes to paying for the nicer things. However, there's a trade-off, Demetrius, and the trade-off is I'm okay with paying a bit more to save time. So I don't mind paying a higher price for fuel if it saves me driving 45 minutes to get cheaper fuel. So my first experience with money has taught me about value, but it has also taught me how to use money to save time.
Absolutely. I remember I was just thinking about my first money experience. I was quite the eater when I was growing up. And I never forget my grandfather, he I don't know what it was, but you can just walk and he knew you walk. So I remember going in the refrigerator. He said to me one day, young man, you are 8 years old now and you eat quite a bit. I need you to figure out a way that you can bring some type of money to the table so you can go in the refrigerator as much as you want. And I need to teach you responsibility because this stuff costs money. And you just seem to be a little bit not disciplined enough to go in there when I think you need to go in there. You go in there when you want to go in there. So go figure it out. So my first money experience was I noticed that in the neighborhood that I lived in, there was a lot of elderly people. And so I went and knocked on the door and asked them, is it okay if I run errands for them? And so that was my first money experience. I ran back and forth to the store and I raised money. I was so excited to go in and share with my grandfather that I did exactly what he said, and I find a way to make some money, so now I can eat what I want. So that I know that's a real childhood deal, but that is my first experience with earning money. And so what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna take a commercial break, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Good day. Everything still a go for the night? Come on. Man, my truck just stopped again. Yeah, I know I need a new one. I tried, man. My credit just is horrible. Well, I'm headed to the bus stop.
We are here to improve your credit so that you can get the things you need and want in life.
I need help with my credit. It's been one of those weeks. Wish me luck on my ride to work.
Our team at We Raise Credit can help you get the car you need. We Raise Credit.
We're back. Hey, none other than Dr. Sabita. Man, we're excited. Thank you guys again for tuning in. We're talking about what is your relationship with money. And I'm just excited about this topic because, you know, it's very important that we have a good understanding. And, you know, what money means to you is very important because it determines how your outcome is going to be based on how you think about it. Because you are what you think, right? So we're just talking about just what money means to you. What is your relationship with it? And we just finished discussing, you know, what's your first money memory? And we went all the way back to the childhood, in which I think that is interesting because a lot of times, Dr. Sabita, what I notice is that how our foundation was laid, it really does follow us throughout our adult life. You know what I mean? So I really thank you for sharing that with us. So my next question is going to be, do you feel like money is your servant or master?
I believe that money is my servant. And I choose to be, I'm intentional with making money my servant. Money becomes your servant when you allow it to take that role. If you understand how much power you have yourself to create that life that you want, Demetrius, including the power you have over your income and wealth generation, then you get money to work for you and not the other way around. Money doesn't sleep. We must remember that. Money never sleeps. It talks to the bill, it talks to its buddies, it brings dinner, it creates wealth when you're sleeping, you know, and it just takes one smart investment. I tell everybody this. And I go back to the days, this is about, I'm dating it back to about 9 years ago when crypto was such a new topic. And everybody was intimidated by it because we are a very tangible society. We like to touch and feel our money. We like to know there's a bank that we can go in and deposit and withdraw money, right? But
Right.
the concept of crypto was so new and so taboo that you really had to be very, very strategic to get involved. And I remember my first crypto investment. And like I said, it just takes one smart investment to really, really set you up for success. Money can be a great servant, but you have to be a good master. It is really, really important that you make your money work for you, not the other way around. You circulate money to get that circular flow of income.
Absolutely. And listen, I'm gonna tell you something. You're right. The crypto industry, you know, was something that was totally different, but never would have thought that, you know, we would have been at a time where currency is changing. But it happens every 100 years when you do your proper research. And so a lot of people don't do the history, they don't understand that. But it is definitely a great time to be able to be a part of something in the beginning of something. But it's a very risky thing, though, because of course, the people that are doing it the right way, they hear about the new thing that's going on and they're doing the right things. But there's a lot of people who are not doing things right that hears about it as well. And they find ways to get over on people. So it's a very sensitive thing, but you have to do your research and understand what you're doing. So I always believe in one of the principles that I live by is that if I'm not in control, I don't do it.
Yeah, and Demetrius, if you allow me, I just want to talk to the topic of how people allow money to become their master, and just
Please.
kind of give them some things to look out for. Think about these things, and if you see them popping up in your life, stop and take charge of the situation. Money becomes your master when you avoid discussing finances because it creates anxiety. Okay. If you're having a money conversation and you're overwhelmed and you're anxious about it, it's now your master. It is taking control over you. When money is the contentious topic of family squabbles, again, it has taken a role of dominance in your life. When you spend compulsively, money is your master. When you constantly have to worry about paying bills, that's another sign that money has taken charge of your life. When you're not sure how much you can earn, but you're spending more than you're earning, that's another telltale sign. So you gotta be on top of your bills, you gotta be on top of your expenses, have a budget. Don't pay your bills late because there's a charge, a cost incurred when you pay bills late. So those are just some signs that you need to be cautious of. Look out for them. And then think about whether you want money to be your servant or your master. Demetrius.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that, Dr. Beta. I think it's very important that we understand that a lot of us start at a disadvantage. And, that's very interesting to think about it that way, because when you're not taught to have this mindset that we have now, of course, we've gone through life and we've been experiencing some losses and some gains, and we become successful in our own right. But at the same time, there are so many people that are listening right now that are trying to figure out what do they really mean about, writing everything down. And nobody's ever told me to do that. I know nobody ever told me to write things down. I went to school for years and nobody ever taught me about credit. I didn't find out about credit until I got into college, and then something went wrong. And then before you know it, I knew when I went to go try to buy something and they told me I had to pull my credit, and I gave my information on the application, they told me denied. And I was like, why would y'all deny me? I ain't never tried to buy nothing. Well, remember that credit card you got? Yeah, that you spent money on and you didn't pay it back. Yeah, that follows you for the rest of your life, Demetrius. And so nobody really explains these things to us sometimes. But there are some people that have the proper upbringing and learn from someone that has wealth. And so, yeah, it's important that we really identify with, there are people out here who's never been told the proper way to think about how to budget. They don't know what a budget looks like. Some people don't even know what a checkbook looks like. But we're going to look at how we can help people at least think about money in the right way. So tell me, Doc, before we move on to the next topic, from your perspective of what you just mentioned, how do you transform for letting money be your master to allowing you to let it be your servant?
Absolutely. That's a great question. But before I go into it, Demetrius, I just want to mention that you're off camera, just as an FYI.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I just wanted to give you that heads up. How do you transform if you're in a position where money is your master and you want to get in the position of having it work for you? I think it's really important that you look at your earning capacity, you look at your expenses, and you make some serious and intentional adjustments. Okay, they may result in a reduced or a major cutbacks in some of the things that you like to do. You'll have to make sacrifices, give up some of the things like too many movie nights, reduce the amount of compulsive shopping that you do. So just different things you can do based on your situation to really jump in front of the problem and take control of it. And Demetrius, you're still off camera.
Okay. I'm going to do something different here. Let me try something real quick. I'm sorry about this, guys, for this technical difficulty. I don't know what's going on, but we're going to figure it out.
Yeah. Would you like to go into a commercial in the meantime while we do that?
Yeah, let's go back to a commercial so we can figure this out, guys. Thank y'all so much. Sorry about that.
You choose D early because no matter where you are in your life, no matter what your personality is, I'm gonna help you come out and represent that individual to your highest and your truest expression of yourself. So I believe that, there's only one you, there's only one me. So we have to find a way to display those things that we want to display in this world. And you have something to offer that nobody else can offer. So I think that sometimes having someone that can encourage you in those areas and also give you direction based on their experiences, just to be 100% honest about those things with you and also give you direction without holding back, I think is a big opportunity for you to be able to express being along with a team that's going to help you get where you want to be. I think choosing Demetrius Early and experiencing the D Early experience, it has a representation of resilience. A lot of people are not transparent about the things they go through because everybody want to give you the perception that they're all good. The reality is we're all messed up people striving to become better. And so because we're always in that place of striving to become better, I think it's a beautiful thing when you can be authentic and be honest and be 100% you. Man, being me is like right now, like just walking in my beautiful home. My wife and I, we worked real hard to get to this point. I don't take it for granted, man, just being grateful for where you are right now and also being humble enough to learn more about how you can get to where you want to be. So I think that just being you just means just being honest, having integrity, and being able to respect and honor what God has given you and the people that He's sending your path to help share it with you.
How's that, Doc?
You're back. You're back.
I'm back in the building, Doctor. Listen, so it's yours truly, Demetrius Early, and we're here with Dr. Sabita, and we're just talking about your relationship with money. And recently, we just started discussing some things I think is very important, which is, is money your master or is it your servant? And we definitely want to get to the side of it where it can become your servant, because that relationship right there, it becomes a whole lot better, right? Things open up, we're able to live a better quality of life. And we're able to serve better and be the better version of ourselves when we know that our relationship with money is operating in the place of it not mastering us, but us mastering it. So, Dr. B, you dropped some really important information on us concerning how and ways that we can do that. And one of the things you talked about was we can budget ourselves. We can identify with what living within our means is. I never forget when one day I realized when I thought I was doing good, I was making double the amount of money that was going out of my household. And then I started studying the wealthy, and the wealthy said, no, Mr. Early, you're living above your means. You have to multiply whatever's going out of your household times 3. If that number, whatever it is, example, if it's cost me $5,000 a month to live, then I multiply 3 times 5,000, I should be making $15,000 to be able to live and afford that lifestyle. So I was doing 10. I thought I was doing the thing, y'all. Y'all couldn't tell me nothing. But I was spending about $5,200 a month to live. I was living above my means. There was no room for me to invest. There was no room for me to put money in positions to where it can employ itself so my money can make money for me. So that's my story. And that's when I finally realized, wait a minute, I thought I was doing well, but I actually was operating in a principle of a poverty mindset. And so didn't want to admit that. I really was a little offended, to be honest with you, but I wasn't going to sit there and cry about it. I was going to find a way to figure out how to position myself to get to that 15,000, or the decision was going to have to be, I'm going to have to cut that 5,200 down to 2,500. So, hey, you can do one of the two things. You can either cut back and just live a more humble lifestyle, or you can step up and afford the lifestyle that you're living right now and take it to the next level. So we want to promote you today. We want to give you the opportunity to make a decision to go to the next level. So thank you so much, Dr. Peter, for that awesome presentation on ways that we can identify with the fact that, you know what, we got to find a way to turn this thing around. And these are some of the ways you can do it. So we hope this information is helping you guys. Listen, I want to take a few moments to tell you, listen, hey, we have a very powerful nonprofit organization, my wife and I. It's called Make Me Moment Empowerment. Hello, Duran. So listen, we have a very important work that we do in our community. We give back. It's called Make Me Moment Empowerment. We have a radio talk show. It comes on 102.9 on Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. So please tune in, go online and check us out. Also, I am doing public speaking. If you guys know of anyone that needs to hear a dynamic individual that is passionate, that has fallen down so many times, and all I want to do now is just give people insight in some of the mistakes that I've made, but also inspire them to believe and know that if this guy can do it, you can do it too. And so I am doing public speaking. So if you want to book us, hey, just go on to dearexperience.com, check out our website. There's ways that we can book, or you can also email us at info@theearlyexperience.com, and you can call us at 1-888-276-7696. Also, hey, I'm a business credit phenomenon. I love how America's system worked. At first, when I didn't have knowledge of it, I used to have a problem with it. I'm like, why do everybody got all this money? And I'm still trying to figure out how can I get some of it? And I just could not figure it out. Well, when I finally got the opportunity to research how America's system works, I was like, wow, this is an amazing system. So you mean to tell me all I need, Dr. Sabita, is a 750 credit score and an 80 payday score and get my finances in order, and I can have anything I want? What? Are you serious? Listen, guys, when I learned this information, I got so excited, and I put my whole mindset on figuring out ways. Not only could I do this for myself, but how can I do it for my people? So, hey, if you need someone to help you build your business credit up, help you fix the things that's wrong on your personal credit, listen, we have a company by the name of We Raise Your Credit Score, and also Advanced Business Consulting. That's the consulting company that we use. The reason why we use that consulting company is because we're more than just repairing the things that's wrong. We also want to give you the information that you need to excel and make those things work for you to give you a solid foundation to build on, okay? So we're excited about that. Also, like, again, the mentorship program is super important because, we get to a point, Dr. Sabita, where we think that we've done well, and we don't even realize that he who creates the problem is unable to solve it. And so I'm like, wait a minute, you mean to tell me that I've gotten to this level of success and I still need somebody to tell me what to do? So, that ego, that male ego, I'm guilty. It happens sometimes. But I realized that, you know what, we all need a little help sometimes and some direction sometimes. Because when you're a person that's always giving to other people, you still need somebody to feed you. So sometimes we get empty, giving it all away, and then we realize we find ourselves in a position where, wait a minute, I need somebody to feed me too. So, hey, mentorship is healthy. It's a very powerful tool. Listen, if you want to be somewhere in life, get with someone that's doing what you're already doing and that's successful at it, and learn from them, okay? So, hey, we do have a mentorship program. Yours truly, Demetrius Early. I will coach you and educate you and help you get to the next level and make sure that your finances, at least in the position where you can start building. So let us help you, okay? Also, I'm a best-selling author. I co-authored a book with Brian Tracy called Driven. It's just a little quick story about how my resilience have allowed me over the years to always overcome. And I had always had the best hand dealt to me, but how many of you know that, hey, you can turn lemons into lemonade? And so I specialize in getting up stronger than what I did before I failed. It don't feel good. It's not comfortable, but I have to learn how to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. So, hey, success works that way. So if you will, check us out on social media. You can follow us at Facebook at Dear Early Experience, Instagram at Dear Early Experience, Twitter at Demetrius_Early, YouTube, Demetrius Early, TikTok at Dear Early Experience, and LinkedIn, Demetrius Early. And our website is dearearlyexperience.com. Please like, share, comment, hit the button, share this, guys. We got to get this information out here, and we got to make this thing really, we got to help as many people as we can. So let's touch somebody. If you don't do it, just hit 5 of your friends up. Comment, like, share, and tag, okay? And so just super excited. And we're gonna do a Cash App giveaway. So if you will, please put in the chat your email address so you can win the money. Hey, if we're gonna have somebody win some money tonight, can it be you? If it's gonna be you, you gotta first put your email in that chat. And so we're super excited about the cash giveaway that we're able to do. So now it's time to move on to the third topic. Hey, the topic for this part of the segment of the show is a question. Doc, I know you're going to knock it out the park because you always do. You're just one of those kind of people. But before we do that, Doc, I want to give you an opportunity in this part of the show to kind of give a little information on some of the awards you just won recently, some of the things you're doing to break and set trends in our community, and tell a little bit about how we can get in contact with you.
Absolutely. One of the things that I'd really like to share with the audience tonight is if you are a minority owned business, if you are a small business, if you are a woman owned business, there's so much access to capital out there. At the Houston Minority Supply Development Council, we have a number of initiatives to help small businesses and minority businesses. The Rockefeller grant that we received is very instrumental in helping underserved communities and helping small businesses. It really, so Rockefeller is paying for your certification with the council. What does this mean to you? Well, this means that you are a recognized, certified, minority owned business. That gets you into the door because a lot of companies now are mandating their procurement officers to spend with diverse businesses, to spend with businesses of color. So you have the opportunity to get into some of the larger corporations and access opportunities to promote your products and close contracts. So there are ways we can help you. So please reach out to us. The Rockefeller Fund covers your certification. It also covers a lot of training and development to help you identify what are your gaps that you need to close in your business operations to make you successful. We set you up for success. So you can reach me at sabeta.sing@hmsdc.org, and I'll be happy to give you information on those grants and opportunities. We are here to help you. Like Demetrius said, we know what it takes to be successful, and Demetrius has such a wonderful story, and he is resilient. When I think about him, the word that comes to mind is just pure and sheer resilience, and that in itself is a skill that is admirable, Demetrius. So kudos on you, my brother, for doing that.
Thank you, sister. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Don't take this lightly. This young lady just got awarded a grant from the Rockefeller Foundation. That means she knows exactly what she's doing, and she's very, very experienced in making sure she do things and right things and say it the right way so they can understand, and it turns into cash. So if you're out there right now, take this very seriously. If you're a small business, take this very seriously. I know it seems like, no, I don't think that'll happen for me. Nothing like this has ever happened before. Listen, it's a new day. Get that mindset and put it where it belongs. When information is presented to you that is important, when opportunity is in front of you right now, it's a reason why you're on this broadcast right now. So, hey, please take time out. If you don't remember what she put on the screen for you guys, hey, just hit up the theearlyexperience.com, and you can email us at info@theearlyexperience.com, and I'll make sure that we get the information that Dr. Sabito is offering to help you guys get a hand up so you can be the successful people that you deserve to be and desire to be. There's a lot of funds out there that are untapped in our community. It's ridiculous how much money is out there that's untapped. We don't do the proper research. We give up too fast. We see a little red tape and we go the other way. No, that's not how you get past to getting access to the capital that is out there for you. You have to go through the proper process. And sometimes all you need is someone like Dr. Sabito to help you get there. So that's what our job is today, guys. Our guys to serve you guys. We're here together as a team to help you guys get the information that is needed to propel you to the next level. Because guess what? My name is Demetrius Early, and I am the next level guy. That's my goal, is to help lift you up and take you to another level. So without further ado, we're going to go to the next segment of our show. What would you do if you had more money? Chime in on the chat. Hey, you can type in there what you think you would do. But listen, I'm going to ask somebody that I know that has a good relationship with money. Doc, tell me, what would you do if you had more money?
So I have seen this work in my life. The more I earn, I started spending more. So I can tell you that's a natural.
Before you move forward, hey, I need you to drop the link to how to get in contact with you in the chat. That way they can get access to it.
Sure.
Sorry about that, but I need to do that because somebody just hit us up and want to make sure we don't ignore them and we don't forget them, okay? So go ahead, I'm sorry.
And Demetrius, they can reach out to you as well and work through you if that's an option.
Absolutely. Yeah, just reach out to us and just email us, and I'll definitely get the information over to you. Thank you so much for your inquiry. at
Okay, did you
info@reallyexperience.com and call us at 1-888-276-7696. Thank you.
okay, I just dropped my contact link on the chat.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm sorry, Doc. Please answer the question. I need to know what's you gonna do with more money. You already got money. What's you gonna do with more money? Okay, that's what we
So
gonna
when
talk about.
when I started earning more, I started spending more. Because your life naturally elevates, and then you want to find the things that you were self-sacrificing. But at some point, you're gonna have to slap your hands on the wrist and manage your growth and pace yourself. Demetrius talked earlier about that 1-to-3 ratio. Your expenses should always be one of 3 parts of your revenue. So think about that when you're earning more. What will I do? I do spend a lot of time giving back. I do a lot of mentorship. I do a lot of coaching. I work with a lot of underserved communities. I am a director on 3 philanthropic boards in Africa and out in India and out in Asia. And I play a major role in education for children who cannot access education because they just can't afford it. So I support a number of initiatives out in Africa. We have a project called Leave No Child Behind. And in India, I work very closely with the Lead Foundation to get, get education out to the masses that cannot afford it. Because I believe if you don't have a lot of money, the one thing you can do to elevate yourself in life is educate yourself.
Absolutely. Okay, we got to move right along, Doc. This stuff gets good. I got so much I want to say right now, but I can't say it all right now for the sake of time. So we're gonna move on to the next question. What would you do if you had more time? Which is my favorite.
So that for me, that's the $1 million question. That's the one luxury I don't have a lot of right now. If I had more time, I would definitely be spending more time with my children. I've got 2 sons and they hardly see me. They compete for my time. Family is important. Family is very important. And I am at a point where I'm now trying to balance my commitments, because at times I overcommit in my passion to help so many people that it eats into my family time. So I think for me, it's if I had more time, I'll go off to the Maldives and spend 6 months with my family and really, really, really build memories.
Yeah, I think that, there's a part of us that has to be a little selfish. You were blessed to birth these beautiful children. And you probably are a parent that because of the overcompensation in work and the demand that is on you for the important position that you have, you may overcompensate by not allowing them to understand that this is a blessing to have me in this position. I need you guys to come over here and spend some time with mommy while she's doing this important work so they can learn how to position themselves to be ready for legacy. So that's just my advice to you, Doctor. Hey, grab them knuckle hands and bring them
well received. That is some good advice. Seriously,
yeah,
well received.
Yes, ma'am. So, again, we need each other. We're here for each other, Doctor. We're a team. And it's super important that we understand that, what you're doing is remarkable and outstanding. But even when you get to a certain position in life where you're successful, we still have stuff that we just don't know how to handle the proper way based on how we feel about the situation. So we get emotionally unintelligent when it comes to our own stuff. But I can tell you the best thing in the world for you. But when it comes to me looking at myself in the mirror, sometimes I'm like, why can't I solve that for myself? Because he who created the problem is unable to solve it. So that's why we need each other. So, hey, Doc, I got one more question for you. I know you better be ready for this. This is drum roll right here. Money and generational wealth. How to close the income to wealth ratio?
That's a good question. And for a lot of people of color like ourselves, that is so important to create that generational wealth. Right now, more than ever, we need to do that to open the door for our children and future generation. People hear the term a lot, generational wealth. What it really means is wealth that is passed on from one generation to the next. Why is it important? It's important because it can provide financial security for the generations to come. Okay, generational wealth can be used to fund retirements. It can pay for your children's college. It can start businesses. it can do so many things. But it's not easy, Demetrius. There are many difficulties in establishing generational wealth, and the challenges to building generational wealth can sometimes be a major deterrent for people.
I'm gonna combine the two things that we just talked about recently. One is time, and the other is legacy and generational wealth. We ought to be always mindful of what we're supposed to be leaving here, and the world should have been a better place for us passing through here. And the reality is that we're all going to one day leave this place. And so I'm constantly, as a man, thinking of ways that I can live here as long as I can. I've been studying all type of from Okinawa. The people who's lived the longest in the world is from Okinawa, and these guys live 110 to 120 years old. And so I've been studying the things that I can do to better myself so I can last as long as possible, because I realized that I turned 50 in a few months, and I just have not yet gotten to a place where I feel comfortable with what I've left. Okay. So every day I get up in the morning, generational wealth is in my spirit, is in my mindset. I don't want to be thinking small. I'm always striving to think bigger. Right. So with that being said, we only have so much time on this planet. And so if your paperwork is not together, if you don't have the proper credit score, if you don't have the proper the numbers in your bank, your numbers are not going to lie to you. You may lie to yourself, but your numbers not going to lie to you. If you want to do a real assessment, hey, let us know. Get with us. Go to DRLExperience.com, and hey, you can hit us up on our email at info@DRLExperience, or you can call us at 1-888-276-7696. And we can give you a consult, give you a synopsis on what a substantial and respectful wealth building platform looks like. I've been studying this stuff for so long, guys. What's up, Kevin Jefferson? I see you, sir. I've been studying this stuff for so long. And, the information that I've learned over the years, I can't keep it to myself. Listen, we need to share the information, but at the same time, you have to take responsibility and make sure that the time that you're using and investing is worth you investing in it. So we have to make sure that we protect ourselves and position ourselves to be successful by putting our foundation where it belongs, on a solid rock, on a solid platform, so we can build on it, so we can have something to hand over to our future generation. That's our responsibility. And so I feel so responsible. I feel so provoked to go harder every day, to work more smarter every day, to be very, very cautious and be very, you talk about the relationship with money, Dr. Sabita, let's talk about it. I'm making sure that I respect every penny. When I go to the gas station, this is real talk. When I go to the gas station, I'm looking down, and it's amazing how much money I pick up off the ground, and I put it into this jar. At the end of the year, I count it. So many people throw away pennies, but pennies adds up to nickels, and nickels adds up to dimes, dimes adds up to quarters, quarters adds up to dollars. And hey, you know what I'm saying, right? So we have to make sure that we value our time, and we put the proper value in our money, and we employ our money. So if you want to get with some people that are going to educate you and give you a platform and give you some relationships, because guess what? My network is your network. When you join my team, you get me and all my network. You can even get access to Dr. Sabita, where we can show you how to get some of this grant money. And if you can get money from a Rockefeller Foundation, you know what you're doing. So y'all might want to take advantage of the opportunity. But I want to say to you guys, generational wealth should always be somewhere on your game plan. And if you ain't wrote it down yet, it's not a game plan. You have to write it down. Okay, so we got some principles we got to talk about. We don't have time to talk about it all right now, Dr. Sabita, but I think we've done pretty well with getting the mind rolling right now. So, hey, if you out there right now, you have any questions, please feel free to ask at this time. Go ahead and tap in the chat. Type in the chat if you have any questions, and please let us know. Let us know where you are. Let us know where you're from. And go ahead and type your question in right now. I know there's some brilliant minds out there that want to chime in on this conversation. Y'all being shy right now, or you may be doing something else. Hey, stop for a moment. We only have about 10 minutes left. Let's have a discussion real quick about the relationship that we have with money and how we can get ourselves to a position where we can employ ourselves and employ our money to employ itself so we can get access to generational wealth. We got Dr. Sabita here. We got Dearly here. Let's do this. Any questions at this time?
Demetrius, I've got a question for you. We talk about generational wealth a lot, earning it. I think something that people don't understand as well is how to pass down generational wealth in a smart way, where the taxes, half of it is not going to in taxes and they're, when they're no longer there. I think that's something that's important as well.
It is, and I didn't want to get too deep into it because I want to give them a reason to get in contact with us. But at the end of the day, I've learned a lot about trust. There was a time in my life where I had a whole lot of money, and I went into a legal situation, and I lost a lot of it, and I didn't realize that I had to protect myself by doing the things that Donald Trump has done. I hate to bring up his name like that, but I have to just tell you what it is. Those guys, they know how to put their money in positions to where can't nobody touch it. So we want to protect our money by putting it in certain instruments legally to make sure we're good. Alice Joseph, how can I help my grandchildren build wealth? We're talking about it right now, Alice. Get you a trust, get with someone like a Demetrius Early and let them talk to you about how they've set their foundation up. Somebody's going to give you the real information. It's not going to give you the runaround, and just kind of talk about ways that you can put yourself in a position where you can have a trust set up. And the beautiful thing about a trust is, even though you're not here anymore, you can put stipulations in the trust to pretty much govern how people manage it when you're gone.
It's just
so you mean to tell me when I leave here, Dr. Sabita, they got to still deal with my rules?
Your spoken word.
They can't do what they want to do with the money. They can't just blow it. No, ma'am. You have to get a degree, if that's what my stipulation is. You have to make sure you keep X amount of dollars in the trust and only can take X amount at certain times. So these are things that you're able to do when you leave and when you have passed on to the better side of heaven. When you passed on, you still have the right to leave that legal document in place to make sure that your family is governing it the way that you have designed for it to be, so it can live on and help the future generations that are behind us. So, Doc, you want to chime in on that question?
I think you give some really, really good nuggets there, Demetrius. Definitely leaving trust. I think having life insurance is really, really important as well. Having a will, just different ways. And feel free to reach out to Demetrius and his team. These guys are subject matter experts on this topic. And even with my doctorate, I don't know everything, and I go to people that have more knowledge and expertise on it because it saves me time, and they've got demonstrated experience in it. So I seek mentorship, or I seek guidance from people that are specialists in their field, like Demetrius and his team.
Absolutely, Doc. Thank you so much. Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Insurance is super important. Like my wife is an insurance agent, and she does a phenomenal job explaining and helping people see things a certain way. And you know what? You think it costs a lot of money, but really it doesn't cost as much as you think it does. It just takes for you to take that first step to understand the different things that are out there that can safeguard and protect your family. And so it's time for us to be conscious and be not only conscious, but put action behind our consciousness. So if you're out there right now, hey, don't be bashful. Hey, ask the question. There's no crazy question you can ask, because when you're seeking knowledge, what you're seeking is seeking you. So yeah, insurance, trust, getting the financial understanding of how the system works. Like I specialize in understanding how the American system works from a taxation standpoint. Some of the things that we can write off from using nonprofits. There's so many different ways that we can benefit our community. And a lot of people don't even know this. They make money, but they don't really know how to allow money to be fluent. I believe that money was meant to be fluent. It's like water. It's supposed to flow, right? It's supposed to be always doing something, right? So we have to get ourselves in position again to where we can do what? We can not let money master us, but we can master it. So, hey, if you out there right now and you looking for someone to help you get to that place, we can have a discussion. Please, hey, type your information into the chat. Hey, send us an email. You can go to info@theearlyexperience.com, or you can call us. We will answer you. We will have a conversation with you. You will get a real live person, and we will have a discussion with you at 1-888-276-7696. And next to it, our whole network is open to you. I guarantee you, if I can't get it done for you, I got somebody I'm partnered with that will. And it's all about having the right team with the right spirit attached to the right purpose. What is your purpose? I guarantee you, your purpose is not attached with poverty. Your purpose is to be abundant, is to be successful. It's to be joyful. It's to have love and express your highs and truths, especially of yourself. So, Doctor, I'm so excited to be able to have the opportunity to share this with you. I'm going to go ahead and announce the Cash App winner, and we're going to get ready to close this out. So if you want to hit Dr. Sabita out, hey, listen, she's out there. Hey, she's doing great things. She is making, she's setting trends for people in our culture, and we're so excited to have you with us, Doctor. I know you've been all over the world, and you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we're excited about it, and we're so grateful to have you with us, and we would appreciate, hey, just if you just give us a little closing remark on the topic that we talked about today, and again, remind the people how to get in contact with you.
Absolutely. And first of all, I want to thank you again, Demetrius, for having me on board with you here tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure having this conversation. You said it earlier. I could have been anywhere, but I'm here. And I believe that God puts us where we need to be and where we have to grow where we're planted. In my closing remarks to everyone is generational wealth is really, really important. It's the only thing that will help people of color change our lives, change our situations for our children and their future generations. Building generational wealth takes time and patience, but it can be done. It can be done with careful planning and execution. You are responsible to think about the future of your family's security, financial security. Give them the future they deserve. It is in your hand, and you are capable of it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sabita. You're amazing. Looking forward to doing this again soon, one day soon. And so we're going to go ahead and close out, guys. But I want to give the winner for the person that won the money tonight. And it happens to be Alice Joseph. Yay! Hey, you won the money tonight, Alice. So thank you so much for tuning in with us. Hey, we got to get this money up to you, girl. Thank you so much once again. Listen, I want to just say to you guys, hey, listen, I hope that you guys took notes. But again, we're going to give you another chance to get in contact with us. So, hey, please feel free to do so. It's very important that we keep this conversation going. And if we said anything that's touched you or provoked you to think differently, that's what our goal has been tonight. We're excited about that. Hey, you can do all you put your mind to. There's nothing you can't do. There's nothing more powerful than a made-up mind. Make your mind up. Put some action behind it. Okay, guys? Also, I want to let you guys know, hey, listen, DRL Experience, we're doing motivational speaking. We're doing speaking events. If you know someone or know an organization that needs someone to come in and help lift them up, hey, please look us up and let us know. If you're out there right now, you need to get your business credit set up, you get your proper structure set up, your LLC set up. Hey, hit us up at info@drlexperience.com. Go to 1-888-276-7696. That's our number. You can call us. You get a live person. We have a team that's ready to go to work for you. Hey, I'm excited to go to work for you. Hey, listen, guys, tell you, if you need a mentor, someone that can help you get to the next level, give us a call. Hey, free consultation. You call us. We're not going to charge you anything, just to have a discussion, to do an evaluation on where you are, and give you a game plan to help you get a game plan on where you want to be and how to get there. Okay. We understand this system so well. We're excited about what we understand about it. It's a beautiful system when you learn how to utilize it for your benefit. You can do this. Okay. You can do this, but we have to do this together. So if you need us, let us know. We're here for you. And we thank you guys so much once again. Hope y'all have a wonderful week. We'll see you guys again this time next week on the DLExperience.com, the virtual show, at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Dr. Sabita, you're amazing. Thank you so much once again. Let's make this happen. Let's partner. Let's help people everywhere. And thank you so much for the work that you're doing. God bless y'all. We love y'all.
Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.